Today on CityCast Nashville, we're helping you prep for spring break and having those kids at home all week by revisiting our episode with Laura Hartley, also known as Tea and Littles on Instagram, about the best child-friendly restaurants in town, from which ones have playgrounds to fancy nights out that'll make everyone happy. It's Tuesday, February 25th. I'm Margaret Kingsbury, and this is what Nashville's talking about. So it's Friday night and you don't want to cook and you need to go out with your kids and get something. Where are you going?
Well, it depends on if my kids are choosing or if we are choosing, but usually our fan favorites that are casual Friday nights around here, Edley's is a no-brainer. Edley's has something that is for everybody. They have great $6 priced kids meals that my kids are guaranteed to eat. And it's just casual vibe. There's so many locations around Nashville. I feel like that's a no-brainer. If my kids are choosing, it will always and forever be Hugh Babies, which I'll probably mention in several things today.
Yeah.
We all love Hugh Babies, and it's easy and they are so family friendly and they have a playground. So the one on Thompson Lane has a playground and the one in West Nashville. So you can't really beat that.
Yep, we go to the one in West Nashville sometimes. And what's nice about that one is the Richland Park playground is right across the street too,
yes,
and the library. So we will go to Hugh Babies and the library and the playground all in one go.
Yeah.
What kind of food is at Edley's?
So Edley's is barbecue. It's probably my favorite barbecue. And their kids' meals, they have barbecue sandwiches, but they also have cheeseburgers. They have great little corn dog nuggets, their French fries, mac and cheese, all the sides you would think that kids like, they have.
My kid really loves barbecue. We go to Honey Fire Barbecue in Bellevue.
Uh-huh.
Kids eat free on Tuesdays there.
That's nice.
So yeah, that's a big perk.
Yeah.
Do you know of any other places in town that has discounts or free food for kids?
Nikki's Coal-Fired Pizza in West Nashville. They have Monday nights. If you are eating there, kids eat free with an adult paid purchase or paid dinner. And then I also have one of our other favorite, it's not free, but favorite go-to places is Baja Burrito near 100 Oaks. They have $5 kids meals and it comes with plenty of food, tacos, a side, chips, that sort of thing. So that's one of our go-tos.
I have not been to that pizza place. I'm going to have to check that out. Okay, say you want to go someplace nicer that kind of gives off a date vibe, but you still have your kids in tow because babysitters are hard to come by.
Yep.
Where are you going?
Okay, so a couple places come to mind for me. And you can tell that I live near 12 South. So like most of my restaurants are 12 South or just central area because like you said, I mean, you're not traveling very far especially to get around Nashville, traffic is terrible, but a few places that came to mind. So one that people might not think about, but Frothy Monkey serves obviously coffee and a breakfast place. They serve dinner as well, and their dinner is really, really good. And they have wine and drinks, but they have $6 kid meals that are served all day long. So it can be breakfast, it can be whatever, but they just have such a cozy vibe, I feel like. But if you were wanting to get a little bit nicer than that, Pastaria is a really good one. If you're looking for Italian food, they have great food. It's very cozy in there, and they have wonderful options for kids as well. So if it's nice outside, they also have like a space where you can kind of run around a patio if the weather is nicer. And then the other one is a brand new restaurant to Nashville called The Henry, which is also in 12 South. They have locations in other parts of the country, but it is just like a really nice restaurant, and they have $10 kids meals. You have to have a reservation there, so it might not be a pick up Friday night kind of go, but it's definitely, I mean, I feel like any nice restaurant that has a kids meal is saying, hey, bring your family, but it's definitely elevated. Definitely feels like something a little bit more special, I think.
Yeah, I'd seen reviews of the Henry, but none of them mentioned kids eating there. And the pictures seemed kind of upscale. So I just assumed this was not a place I would be going with my daughter.
Put it on your list.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's your favorite kid-friendly bar?
Do you mean like Broadway or like a brewery?
A brewery absolutely is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's not take them to Kid Rock.
No,
Kid Rock's bar.
which honestly, those are on lots of lists. And I'm like, well, who's taking their kids there? I don't know. But
What?
yeah, I know. It's crazy. So there's definitely lots of breweries around town. A couple that I think are great for kids and have great spaces for you to play and just have the freedom to be kids. Fat Bottom Brewery came to mind. Tailgate Brewery and Curio Brewing Company. So Curio Brewing Company they serve coffee in the morning and then beer at night. So they're open all day and they are very family friendly. They often host events that are for the whole family. They also have games and some activities that kids can do. So I would say any of those. Another one, not a brewery, but we love going to Arrington Vineyards. If you're looking for like wine in an outdoor space, you can bring your own food and get wine there. And it's a great spot, beautiful spot for kids to like run around and just be kids.
One I would add is East Nashville Beer Works has a playground, which is nice.
Yes, that is a great one for sure.
Any restaurants that you know of that you can listen to live music and have your kids in tow?
My best thought on live music is I feel like any of these places that just offer it on the weekends, where they have like live music that they're going to be offering. But also, I know I just said who's taking their kids downtown, but if it was like a weekday, going to Broadway and especially Assembly Food Hall is a really great place to take kids if you're wanting to hear live music. It's a way to get downtown and do something kind of fun, but not get in the mix of everything. And then you can pick and choose what food you want because they offer so many different places.
Yeah, whenever I have family that comes up, I recommend the Assembly Food Hall.
It's a great option.
Yeah, and kids can be picky where they just want, chicken fingers or French fries or a burger, and they won't eat whatever else is at other restaurants. So then they can get to choose. Are there any restaurants that have kid-themed entertainment?
Penn's Mechanical is not necessarily a restaurant, but they often have food trucks. And so Penn's Mechanical has the duck bowling. It's kind of in the Gulch area. And so the duck bowling is like the mini bowling balls and it's like a shortened bowling lane. There's several days a week where kids play for free or for very little money if an adult is playing as well. They often have food trucks, but Penn's Mechanical also has tons of like arcade games and things like that. And just you eat a little and then you play a lot is really kind of what kids do when they go to restaurants. They eat a little and they play a lot. So I think that that's a great option.
We're going to have to check that one out.
Yeah, it's great.
One that we go to was the aquarium out at the mall, Opry Mills Mall, and they had a live mermaid show while we were there.
Oh, wow.
I think it's because there was a birthday party there. So they were doing it for the birthday party, but we just happened to go at the same time. And my daughter still talks about it frequently.
Well, another one, you saying that makes me think of Plaza Mariachi. And at Plaza Mariachi, they often have shows going on kind of in a food court area, and you can sit down and eat around it.
That's true. And we've been there before. We'll go to the zoo and then Plaza Mariachi sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for keeping kids entertained at restaurants that doesn't involve your screen?
Lots. I'm a firm believer. So my kids are 4, 7, and just turned 9. So they're getting older, but we've always done this. I'm a firm believer of just having a little bag of tricks because you can't expect kids to just sit there for the whole time. And you're right. You don't always want screens. My kids love art. So we always take simple art things, not so that we have a million art supplies everywhere. We have those LCD writing tablets where you can like write on it and then just push a button and it disappears because it's very mess free. We always just try to think of mess free things. Another thing that we love are the plus blocks. That's the brand of it, but they are just these little hashtag blocks that build together just little things. I love it because it doesn't take out a lot of space. There's a lot and just a little, and all 3 of my kids love it. And then my other tips is just, we honestly don't eat out at peak times unless we have to. We really try to go during the week. If we're going to go, even my husband and I on date nights, we do Tuesday nights because we just don't like fighting the crowd. And sometimes fighting the crowd with kids most of the time is just not enjoyable.
I do the exact same thing. We go at like 4 before the rush.
Well, the perk of being able to go, especially during the week, if you're able to go between that 4 and 6, so many places also offer, the happy hour. So your meal's cheaper too.
Do you know any restaurants that have like special activities they give to kids when you come in?
The first thing that pops to mind on this one is Bar Taco. It's not really a special thing, but Bar Taco in 12 South, they hand your kid a full coloring book every time they come to eat. And they say, we want you to stay and enjoy your meal so your kid can color the whole thing. You know, it's like they don't skimp on what they give you. I do love Bar Taco for kids meals too. They have really decently priced kids meals, and they come with things like fresh pineapple. They don't put any spice on it. They're like, we know what kids like, and we just keep it simple.
I have not been there, and that's really awesome. I've gone to Emmy Squared before, and they give like a little mini coloring book, but it's not like a full size one. But I still thought that was pretty nice when we went.
Yeah.
Do you have recommendations for where to have a kid's birthday party? I see this all the time, people asking.
I think that there are so many places that would be accommodating to having kid birthday parties. One that pops to mind that's been a favorite of ours lately is Wanna Spoon. It's a cereal bar. It's in 12 South. I do a lot of story times there, but they have an amazing back space that is astroturfed. You can rent out the entire space and have your birthday party there, and obviously have some cereal, ice cream, whatever you want. That they served at several different things.
I've seen you do some like Mother's Day outs there. Is that correct?
Yeah, like a mom's morning. Yeah, but it's just story time. Okay. So moms come. We've had such a great turnout. We do a monthly there, and they're free for everyone. But I'm a part-time school librarian, so that's where that comes in. And then just get to mix and mingle with other moms and meet some people, or we have repeat people that come every month, and it's just fun to get together. And like I said, they have such a great space. It's kind of enclosed and astroturf for kids to like run around. So you should put it on your list if it's not already.
I've also been to birthday parties at the Pizza Perfect in Bellevue, and you can rent their party room for free.
Nice.
So it can be a cheap place, and they have an arcade there.
Yeah, that's great.
So what I've seen done is people rent it out, and then they give the kids that come $5 in quarters for them to use in the arcade.
That's perfect. Pizza Perfect. Yeah. Love it.
What are your favorite dessert spots for kids? That's an easy one, right?
Yeah, I know. It should be.
Every dessert spot.
I know. We truly love going to Jenny's ice cream, and they just have the best flavors. Another one, I'm just going to go on an ice cream kick. I'll mention Wanna Spoon again because Wanna Spoon also has great ice cream swirls, and you can mix in like different cereals and whatnot, and they truly like mix them in, so it just becomes like almost like a blizzard or something, an ice cream cereal blizzard. And then 12 South has so many great places, but right down the street is Fryce Cream, where you can have ice cream and French fries. That's literally all they sell is French fries and ice cream. Fryce Cream. The owner is really kind, and it's great. So you can have a little sweet, a little salty, and we'll go sit out. They have a little sitting area just right on 12 South. So we'll sit out there and just people watch, and they are right on the corner near Sevier Park. So it's a great place to get ice cream and take over to the park. Those are probably our top three that we hit up pretty frequently. Unless you include donuts, then donuts is a whole nother story because I know that's breakfast, but it's also dessert.
Absolutely.
I would say our favorite donut spot is Fox's Donuts in Green Hills. It's just a classic that we go to every birthday, every special, anything. And I love it because it's right by Parnassus Books. And so it's an easy little outing. Grab a donut, go to the bookstore and browse.
Yep, I've definitely been there before.
Yeah.
Doing the same thing, Fox's Donuts and Parnassus Books.
Such a good pair. Yep.
So if your kid has allergies, food allergies, do you have any recommendations of restaurants that do a really good job of catering to food allergies?
Yeah. So the first place that pops to mind on that, we do have a food allergy, a peanut and a sesame seed allergy, but we do not have to be super careful with all of the things. So I don't know that I'm the most knowledgeable person to talk to you about that. But the first place that came to mind is Burger Up. There's a location I know in Franklin and 12 South, and they make everything from scratch. So when they take your order, they really ask you about like, is there anything we need to look out for or whatever? So they're able to really accommodate, and they do. They care about that. The one in Franklin, the location, also has a back area space with cornhole toss and just kind of an astroturfed area that if you're waiting on your food, you could definitely go up there and play.
Yeah, I have a gluten allergy and I go to Burger Up and they always accommodate that allergy. I've never had any issues going there. And talking about ice cream that's allergen friendly, Coco's ice cream at One City is really great for that too. They're dairy free and they have vegan ice cream in really creative ways.
Nice.
Okay, so here is your last call. What places did we miss?
My kids' favorites right now are definitely Hugh Babies. And if you were to ask them where else they want to go, they would. My son's birthday was just last weekend and he chose to eat at El Tapatio #2, which I know if you are not on this side of town, then you might not go there, but it's on Nolensville Road. It's El Tapatio #2. We love eating there. It's right by the zoo. So if you're ever by the zoo, it's a great place to go afterwards. You can get just tacos. We love it, especially for a family. We'll get it and bring it home because we can eat there as a family of 5 for like $23.
Whoa.
And we have leftovers. Yes. Cause we get a steak combo and then we get a chicken combo and it's really, you just share it. So you just make your own tacos and it's, plentiful. We love going there. I didn't mention ML Rose. ML Rose on 8th Avenue. They have such a great little beer garden in the back. It's just kind of a secluded little space, almost like a little hidden garden almost feeling. And they have $6 kids meals and it's a very relaxed place. Their burgers are great. They have pretzel bites that my kids love. So I feel like that's another one that we frequent quite often.
I thought about going there yesterday. I ended up picking Honey Fire barbecue instead, but next time I'll go there.
Yeah, it's a great choice. Yes.
I'd like to shout out Boom Ba's too, because they have that playground.
I know when you can snag one of those tables right there by the playground at Boom Ba's, you are set for an afternoon. That is like gold.
Can you tell me what's next for your Tennessee Littles account?
So we are rocking and rolling with Tennessee Littles. We are continuing story times monthly at Wanna-Spoon and maybe other places. And I'm working on building up my newsletter to send monthly family-friendly ideas around Nashville to families. I also really have a passion for traveling and just making family travel easy. So little trips that are weekend almost trips that are doable around Tennessee. I'm hoping to highlight those this next year. This has reignited though in me finding some new family-friendly restaurants. I was kind of on a kick about a year ago. I feel like I had been really working on this. So now we're going to beef up this part of our website of some new family-friendly restaurants. So that's great.
And we might get you to come in again and you can talk to us about day trips with kids.
Oh, yes. I love that. Yeah.
Because that's something I get asked a lot about too. So.
Yes, yes.
That's all for today here on CityCast Nashville. Be sure to follow Tennessee Littles on Instagram. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Nashville newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city.